The first app that we want to look at today for when I want to do some casual reading on my iPad is Flipboard. Now, you've heard of Flipboard. It is basically a way to aggregate my Facebook, my Twitter, tech influencers, Gigom, just some various categories of social information and RSS feeds that I like to read from time to time. Like, for example, Flipboard would never replace my Twitter app, for example, or my feed reader, which is Google Reader. But I do find when I just want to sit down and have some nice, comfortable reading, that Flipboard does a good job at bringing the information together. Like, for example, this is my Twitter friends that I follow. But what I like about it is while I get my little Twitter information updates here, I can tap in on any one of them and bring it up. But Flipboard brings in linked articles automatically. And this is pretty cool because that lets me get in there and tap on one that looks interesting, and then I can tap on it, read on the web, and actually fire it up within the internal browser and have a look at it. Now I'm off to the side here, so yeah, get rid of the blue selection. And then I can go back to where I was, and then I can close that. And it just is a pleasant way to spin through my Twitter content or my Facebook friends updates, which are all there. It looks like somebody's posted the droid thing. And you can just spin through it. And it's just a nice casual way to consume content on the iPad. And that is Flipboard. Now, the other thing I like to use, there are a few blogs, and I use my RSS feed reader, Google Reader, a lot. All day, every day. But there are a few blogs I like to read pretty much all of the articles on when I have time. And that is where Blogshelf here comes into play, and it's very useful because I brought in a number of blogs. You see it uses the bookshelf metaphor here, and I brought in several blogs that I like to follow. And for example, if I wanted to go to CNET News, I tap it and I get a nice little concise list of every single thing that CNET News blog has published. Okay, and all of those thumbnails, previews will refresh and any one of these I can tap on it and say, you know what, I want to read that whole article, and it's right there. I can share it, I can favorite it, I can basically just keep up with everything. Let me find a better blog that works better. Let's go to our favorite tech blog, JK on the Run. And this, of course, is all of the posts. So if 1 week with the magic trackpad, it's loading the page up. See, it brings in all the images. That's the photo gallery there. And it's just a nice, comfortable, convenient, casual way to read my favorite blogs and keep up with most all of their... and so that is Blogshelf, and I really like it for keeping up with news. Now, one last thing, if I want to just surf the web and I'm not working, I just want to read up on the web, there's the Life browser, and it's got this interesting interface which allows it to load up multiple sites. and let me spin through them. Once they're loaded up, they're cached in here, and you see how I can easily move between them. I can also do it with gestures, so it's pretty convenient way to do it. You can go to full screen here and get rid of the thing, and it'll take up the full page, and yet I can still go back and forth. And it's a pretty nice way to jump back and forth between several among several favorite websites that I like to read a lot of at a given time. Would not, again, just like the other apps, it would not replace the standard web browser, Safari, the mobile Safari on the iPad, but it's a nice casual way when I want to just sit down and read up on my favorite sites, my favorite social network sources. These three apps, and again, that is Flipboard, Blogshelf, and Life Browser.